Hello, welcome to the Angry, Annoyed, Amused podcast. You're on with Mike. So next to me is Matt.
What's up?
Over there's Johnny.
Yo, yo.
Across the table is the other Mike.
Hello.
And today, special guest, Uncle Phil, our probably longest listening and most devout fan.
That is true.
It's a pleasure to be here,
One
gentlemen.
of few.
Once again, pleasure to be here.
He did. If you're also another longtime viewer, we had a call one time. I think was Uncle Phil was the only person we called, right? So it was
the only
definitely
person we called.
Yeah. So if you saw that episode, it was him.
So here's a funny story on that episode.
No stories, no
When you
stories.
when you
Back to
guys
me.
called-
No.
When you guys called me, I actually happened to be in the bathroom watching the podcast when you called me. I thought it was pretty good timing that you called me while I was watching the podcast. But I don't think anyone got the joke. So tonight I'm going to try a little harder with some of my jokes and see if I can do a little better.
I'm not agreeing to you giving jokes, so if I don't approve
I have
it,
it.
if I'm not approving it, you can't do it.
Johnny is the editor, so
Yes.
he does
You
kind
can
of have
edit me
veto
out,
power.
but I still can make jokes, right?
Yeah, that would be a funny.
He
that'd be
also
a funny podcast
Johnny will
episode.
We have a
decide whether
laugh
or not
track?
it's
he
funny.
was also on
We
the
do.
episode where we talked about work,
Work ethic.
Yes.
and we didn't like that. We didn't agree too much
What do you mean?
with you.
No, that was the idea.
Yeah, it was annoying.
Johnny, whenever he makes a joke, just say the same joke and then cut out him saying it.
I like
I guess I didn't hear what
repeat
you
whatever
said
he
as
says.
usual.
He said, when you tell a joke, I'll repeat it right after you, and then cut out you telling the joke, so
Oh, you
I
can
can
do
then everybody thinks I told the joke.
Absolutely.
It's only if we all laugh.
So then
Yeah.
yeah.
Not a
If we
word.
don't laugh, it's not going to
We
work.
don't laugh, then you could leave Uncle Phil saying it if nobody laughs.
Oh, that'd be
And
messed
Is
up.
there
Oh.
is there a
It's not
laugh
funny.
track?
I think there is. There's a couple different
I don't
like.
think we
It's
got
not
the
that
laugh
one.
track.
Nope.
What was that?
We have a clapping
Food
thing.
track?
We do have a clapping thing.
There's a clapping. We used to use
Yeah,
it.
We used to use it at the
I don't know.
beginning.
Yeah, but it might
I
be
don't
on
know,
the
these kinda got
wrong.
messed up. Yeah, I don't know where they are anymore.
I guess that would all be
Matt,
them.
you should talk like I gave you that advice.
Not
before.
that. Not
you
that.
That's
you
for
should talk
censor.
like when you're arguing with your
That's
father.
not that.
Because when you argue with your father, you have this energy that you don't bring here. You got to bring it.
Well, he rage baits
You really
me.
don't. You don't. Like when you talk with your father, it's amazing.
Yeah. 'cause
But here you kinda
he-
like-
He rage baits me. This is an honest conversation that we have here.
If you say so.
That's reasonable. Well, Uncle Phil, as you're here, do you have anything you're angry about?
Yeah, what do
To
you-
start off.
Really, I'm not. You know.
I know you're not an angry
Unfortunately,
guy.
I'm
He's never
one of those-
angry.
I know you're not an angry
angry
guy.
Never angry about anything.
Nor do I have real strong opinions on a lot of stuff.
Are you amused by anything?
Sure, I'm amused by everything that happens.
Well, give us something you're amused by.
Well, I'm amused by, I guess this whole political cycle that we're going through amuses me at this point. You know, I did have a strong opinion on it at one point, but now it's just amusing to watch people immediately become experts on everything, take sides on just about everything, and defend everything immediately.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you an example. So what had happened sometime back with the issue with the lady who was shot by the ICE agent, and what I do is when I'm in the car, especially when I'm in the car, because I'm only 2 clicks away, Fox News, CNN, and this had happened while I was driving. So I went from Fox News to CNN, Fox News to CNN, and I could preface this by just saying that I definitely am a Republican. I consider myself moderately conservative. But what kind of struck me funny was immediately both channels, this had just happened, you know, the news came out that it just had happened, and both channels immediately began to, in some kind of expert way, with the wheels turned to the right, defend both sides,
Either
or
side,
make
yeah.
sense of both sides. And I'm like, how do people even know that? Like, how do they know this is just had happened? It was just pretty fresh in the news, and everyone wanted to immediately, not even, you know, it's unfortunate, right? There was an unfortunate, whatever brought that situation to become, the situation was unfortunate for both sides, right? Someone got shot and someone had to shoot. But they were defending it as if they were emotionally attached to both parties. And I'm like, there's no way that these people are emotionally attached to both parties. Later on in the day, someone had come up to speak in Minneapolis with tears in their eyes. And I'm like, how does this person have this kind of emotion
Emotional
for this
attachment to that.
woman? Right? Like, where's the emotion come from?
Right.
It's not. It's like it doesn't exist. It's just defending your side, you know?
Yeah.
And that's why I kind of like,
That's
you know,
where
I'm
our
not taking
politics
sides on it. Yes, sir?
That's where our politics are right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think when you look at
we
Everybody
are so
goes to their
divided,
side.
and what divides us in my opinion, totally is the media. The media
We've never
drives
mentioned that before
everything.
here.
The
That's
media.
the first time you're going to hear that here.
Well, I feel like they're faking it. I don't believe any media personality
No.
when they say any of that stuff. Whoever, if you're talking about like a person on the street who was crying over that, I believe that's real, but it's like downwind of like this
No,
this insanity that gets talked about. Like I do think there are people who, for better or worse, they don't know these people, but they feel like this crazy emotion. Like I think a lot of the protests, like I believe that these people are emotional about these things. I think they're ill-informed about them. I think
these
they're
were official.
you
Like
know-
the person that I don't really know exactly who it was. If it was
The mayor?
elected,
Was it
it
the
could have
mayor?
been the mayor. It could have
Oh,
been
so
the
then I
mayor.
wouldn't believe him. I mean, if they get
yeah,
on the
you're
street,
right. The people
No,
on the
the
street,
people
yes,
on
you're
the
the
gonna-
street,
people on the
they're
street,
emotional,
they're
they're out
emotional,
there.
enveloped
Yeah,
in
because
it.
things
They
can
feel
touch
like
you a
they're in it,
certain
but
way.
I can't see the politicians.
No.
They can't be that emotionally attached to it. It's
I don't
just-
believe them
it's
for a
just
second.
for their own benefit, and certainly the media does it for their own benefit. Whether
Yeah.
they're, left
Yeah,
or
right.
media.
And the thing, what struck me is, what really it amused me, was there was this whole situation with the wheels and turn to the right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who? People get into accidents and they bring a bad accident. They'll bring experts. They measure. They take pictures. They look at things to go like this. And these people are remotely figuring out this whole situation. I'm like, how do they know this? Where do these experts come from? And it all stems from this division that they want us to have. And it's what had happened was, it kind of touched me in a certain way that I had I'm not a very good my thoughts bounce. Yes, I'm looking for something that Lucy wrote on my behalf, and I was wondering if I was going to read it. Should I not look for it?
What do you mean she wrote?
Was it a poem?
Wait, you have
Well,
cliff notes
because
for the
my-
podcast?
No, my notes are just my notes.
Did someone write you a
It's
script?
not that.
What?
It's that whole thing.
Yeah, but
We don't have time.
what do you mean? The other day
We don't have
you got
time.
over
We got
an
time.
hour.
We got
I
time.
had to sit in my car before I went into work.
You're gonna read that whole thing?
You're
Should
welcome.
Should I not?
Go ahead. Go.
Wow.
I say read it.
Thank you, Michael.
Wait, hold up.
Yeah, it's one.
long
It's
is
like
it?
You got any light reading
How
background
long
music?
is it?
listen.
long.
I'm going to tell you what happened. I was like,
Well, let's start it and see how we feel.
read it.
All right.
My my thoughts bounce around, so I
Right.
needed someone to collect my own thoughts because I can't.
So you had your
I
sister
think that-
write your thoughts?
My sister's a writer,
Yeah, but
So
then
she
not
like
your
transcribed it.
and Lucy's a writer. That's
But
right.
that doesn't mean,
Did you read it yet?
You don't have to pick up.
Of course, I read it.
All right.
huh?
It can hear you.
Show what it
Doesn't
might
hear
say,
me.
you know.
I can hear you.
No, look.
No,
how-
this is not. This is
it
not.
sounds weird.
So just.
It's
put
not
your hand
biased
down
in
to
either
pick it
way.
up.
But then
just,
it's like
It's
that.
a down the middle opinion on this situation, but it's more broad.
You can
you
keep
know.
in here, you. So you don't have to pick it
So-
up. That's all.
Go.
You ready? I'm going to
Yeah,
start.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, let me make sure I get to. Look, you. I didn't even start from the beginning. Okay.
I need a pillow.
You want to cue me in?
Yeah, go.
People's hate for other political parties has become their platform. People can't sit down anymore and have a simple conversation in which they discuss the right and wrong of an issue. It has all become about win or lose. And in my opinion, this is driven by the media. We are not given clear facts anymore. The facts are being twisted to fit the story that a particular media platform wants to tell. We are letting the media divide us, and political forum as a result is becoming violent. We are taking it too far and letting it divide friends and family. We have become experts in everything simply to try to prove a win over the other political party. We are letting the media sway us so much that we can't see clearly when progress is made. What has changed in your life over years is political parties changed hands. I'm going to answer that question. We are so emotional about winning political arguments that we are ignoring all that we still have that is good in America. The participation trophy, which it's my strong belief is a lot of this started with that.
I agree.
The participation trophy has made people believe that the world is made up of all winners. And now people think just because they have an opinion about politics, that opinion must be a winning one. There is a sense of entitlement that makes people believe that there is no middle ground. The mentality has become, I won't listen to you unless you agree with me. Our biggest strength as an American citizen is that we have the right to vote and a right to choose. We need to choose the right news. We can't just choose the news that fits our needs. We have to exercise our right to get information that is not biased. Biased information is fueling hatred for the wrong things in this country and allowing people to feel that violence is an appropriate response. Just because you disagree with how something is reported doesn't mean it is wrong. Our strength is to determine not the news that meets our needs, but the news that is correct, clear, and factual. People are twisting events to fit their political platform instead of seeing the true facts. It is disappointing on both political sides that we have become an extension of the controlling and dishonest media. People's hate for the other political party has become their platform. People can't sit down anymore and have a simple conversation in which they discuss the right and wrong of an issue. It has all become about win or lose.
Did we start
in my
over?
opinion,
Did
Say
he
what?
mess
Or is
up?
that like a? That was the first 3 lines again. Did we start over, or is that actually like okay?
She
Is it?
plagiarized
She, like,
her
did
own
like a-
writing.
Is that what? That it was the
Did she-
first. That was the same 3 sentences.
I apologize for that. Let me just keep going.
No, if you're,
Maybe it'll be
I just
different.
wanted to make sure it wasn't like
In
looped.
my-
I'm gonna reread it again.
In my opinion, well, maybe start from the beginning. In my opinion, this is driven by the media. We are not given clear facts anymore.
It's
No,
not
The facts.
no.
What, am I repeating?
You're
Yes.
No, let me keep going. Hold on.
You're looping.
Don't keep it going.
You're looping.
Oh yeah, it is. It did. Oh, she texted me twice. That's why she sent.
That's good on
a
you.
revise. That's
I
right.
was
Let me get to the end. Wait, let me see what the
Dude,
end.
you pay attention.
I would have listened to the whole
Thanks
thing
for
all
paying
over
attention.
again. I was thinking about what song we could
He
have put
could've-
behind it while he was reading it. You know,
He
like,
could have read
God
that.
bless America.
He
or
could have
something.
reread that
course, God
twice,
bless
and I
America.
wouldn't have realized it.
Anyway,
That was
so let
good.
me answer the question: what has changed
What has changed?
individually? So I mean, my earliest memory of a president, I guess, would be Ford. Right?
Really?
Right? Who would you know before Ford? Gerald Ford. We knew Gerald Ford. Maybe because
guess.
through like Saturday Night Live,
kinda
when
young,
Chevy
but-
Chase. No, but I'm saying my earliest memory
Yeah.
of anything
president.
political was President Ford. Right? And over the years, I became an adult. What for me, what has changed so far for me, right, is not a word of lie. Anytime a political, like a new president came aboard, or basically my pay would go up $20 or go down $20. That's it. New tax laws, things like that. Nothing else has really changed over time. Like, what has really changed, other than this new way of politics, this new, truly divided. You know, there's no more like down the middle. It's truly divided. But other than that, like personally, I go like this. Nothing's changed. No person has come aboard yet and went like this. I'm going to change your life. It hasn't. You know, I still like. I
no,
always
but
say, I still have to work.
incrementally, it continues to get worse and worse.
Yeah.
It's the $20 back and forth is on top of
And again,
the
it's a percentage.
$60
Yeah.
that you're losing overall.
How
over
much more
time.
things cost?
Yeah, yeah, that's what
That's
changed.
gone up.
That's there's way too much spending, too many programs, too much grift in the government, people robbing us blind of things, and no one checking on that ever. That's what's changed. You could say yes, from president to president, your paycheck changes a little bit. No, it changes more than a little bit. It changes a little bit in what you take home, but incrementally, you're losing overall.
I don't know. More and more. I actually do feel like there has been a actual, call it conspiratorial, whatever it is, like an insurgency through education. That I don't see how they can unwind it. Like, to your point, I agree. Like, I know we've talked about it on this. I'm sure you've heard like the podcast about media and stuff. And it's like they were the fault of they started leaning into that for ratings and whatnot, and like, oh, just say the crazy thing, lie a lot, about political things. But also, it's gotten so bad that people will carry that torch now. Like, if tomorrow you turned off all the major, Fox, CNN, NBC, like all of them, no news reports, just like daytime TV and then like the shows at night, people would still be as crazy on social media as they are. And I don't know, like one thing I think about often when it comes to like the left versus right, and like I know you are, I think we've all, other than Matt, would say like we're generally more conservative, and like I don't see myself being like, I'm definitely not far right. I mean, I think that's overused. I'm certainly not that. I'm more middle in line. Like I'd be like pro-abortion, like certain things, like I don't like free healthcare. Like in essence, yeah, that sounds good. I just don't believe that fiscally it's
Possible.
it's possible, like to have universal healthcare. But I don't disagree that it would be nice if like they a lot of times treat it like the right wants people to suffer. Like I would intentionally, because I'm conservative and I wouldn't vote for universal healthcare, that means I want people to die and like be sick, which is crazy. And that's part of the whole, the separation. But more and more, I see a lot of like the protest party, right? Like the not Democrat, like the more, I would say, like devout, like, they'll really be out like the front lines of every situation. They'll fly across the country to go to a protest. That kind of group of people. It just seems like they do hate, borderline, call it a name, like maybe not even a thing that they can point to. Like they hate America. And that's one thing I can't bridge the gap on myself, when it's like you know, nobody's illegal on stolen land. I'm like, that sentiment. We talked about this like last week.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. But the sentiment behind it is
I agree. Like,
is
that's not
basically
something-
anti-American. We can never have a conversation about that.
Right.
Where do we go from that? You're like, nobody's illegal on stolen land. I'm like, you think the country that you live in, born in, your family's from, you think it's all stolen?
All land was taken by force.
Yeah,
Why-
but I'm saying
Land
all
in
that
countries
aside,
all
you
over.
are taking a stance against the world you live in,
You ever asked?
and I don't know how
yourself
I don't know how you unwind that.
Why these
Unwind
people
that.
don't leave the country if they hate it so much? There's got to be a better place if this country is so terrible.
Well, I mean,
Why
the
don't they
real
leave?
answer, or
Why don't they leave?
the real answer is
couple
it's
people left.
because they don't believe it.
They've
Coming
come
back.
back. They've come back.
The real answer is
back.
they know, and if you really like gun to this person's head, and you were like, look, is it a bad country? They'd say no. Right? They'd be like, well, not in like the ways that it matters. I think it's bad that these things have happened, but like they only get to talk about the land acknowledgements from 200, 400 years ago and all this because it is a
Just-
good
just
country.
in
If they were
general to
actually
say-
living in a situation where they were worried about food, where like they ad
Well, you
nauseum
could
go off
talk-
about all these
there
countries.
There are countries that have, universal health care, and it's very hard. It's very hard to get good care.
Yeah.
Right? It's universal.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay for it, or you pay for it through
But
your
you die
taxes.
waiting for
Right.
it.
Yeah,
well,
but
that's
you
the
die
thing. I
waiting
just
for
I
it.
just think it's not the solution. But
It's
they'll
not.
they'll take that and go, that means you
That means
want people to die. And it's like, no.
And then the
You
analogy,
want
like,
pie in the sky. Like
if I
that's not a
was-
thing.
If I say my paycheck, right? But what it means is like everyone tells you how bad it's going to be. If this happens, this is going to end. And I don't know. Things are not the way they should be. I agree, but I don't think. We're not in a situation yet where we're one of the worst countries, but still one of the greatest countries in the world. So in agreement
I agree.
with you.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people
But
though who
you
will
agree or
unironically.
disagree? Can we all agree about
the country
We're living in one of the greatest
does have
countries.
to be
in the
Well,
world.
no.
kept
See, that's the
though.
thing. I
And
think a lot of people
won't.
wouldn't, and they
People
won't say
They-
it.
Look at these
they just like
athletes
their-
that are out there saying that they're unhappy that they're playing for America.
Yeah.
They should
Right?
be.
Like
they should be sent home.
taken off the
Yeah,
team. I mean,
I
just
agree.
go play for somebody else then.
Yeah.
Change your citizenship and play for someone else.
I know. And then at the same time,
We don't need
that
you. We'll find another top-notch
the Chinese girl who doesn't even look Chinese.
Yeah.
Like she clearly did that for money. I would
She's
take
not-
her.
She's mad now.
Did
She's
what?
mad.
Did what?
I would revoke her
Now she said
citizenship.
she's getting death threats.
Wait, what am I missing?
There's
the girl I was talking
she's-
about. She's playing for China.
She's
Oh,
a
right, right.
free
You
skier.
said her name. You know her
No.
name.
She's a
She's
free
an American?
skier. She's an American, born in
the girl
America.
you're
You said her
talking-
name.
The girl you're talking about is a skater.
No.
Skier. She's a free skier.
Skier.
The American that's playing.
For China.
China.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She was. I think this is her second Olympics for
Yeah,
China.
it is.
Yeah.
But she's like born in America, raised in America, and I know you can't revoke citizenship of a
Her mother-
citizen who's
her
born
mother
here.
is
But I
Asian.
would symbolically, because it's like, what
Right.
are you doing? And if it's really just for money, like okay, but
Well,
are we like? Can we accept
the Olympics
that?
thing is
you know what I mean?
is a whole another problem because there shouldn't be professional athletes playing in there. Why they changed that over? It used to be you had to be an amateur
amateur.
athlete across the board, but now with all the promotion and the thing, they all got to make their money. So, and now it's all professional athletes. I don't even enjoy watching it anymore, except for curling.
Curling is the shit.
I watch curling and I watch the hockey just because.
Well, we could
it's-
do a whole
it's-
thing on the
I watch hockey.
Olympics.
It's like watching.
We should have done the Olympics.
It's like
next.
watching the NHL.
We should do the next one. On
Next
the
week.
Olympics.
could do the
If we
Olympics.
can get everyone just to agree that we still live in the greatest country in the world.
But you can't
But you
because
can't-
people
that's
have
the
been
thing,
so.
that's
think
where I
about
can't
it
bridge the
down
gap.
to say
Think
that
of the
that
giant
it's
step
bad.
that would be. Right?
I agree, but see, that
And
is
that's
the
where you
core.
That's where you can't
more
get to.
more and more as I think about it, that is the core issue that I can't like any of the other policy debates. Because I don't feel very far conservative or anything, I can have all those conversations. But if somebody goes to me, America is just, and this is like a relatively common phrase now, they'll say, America is a third world country with a Gucci belt. I'm like, if you think we are anything comparable to a third world country, you're out of your mind.
Everybody's
I can't
delulu, though.
convince that person who lives in New York City. I can't convince who thinks they're in a third world country that they are. Like, there's just
But
no way
they
to get
make-
through to that.
They make no sense. If they're going around saying they've lost rights, like right there, what have you lost?
What have you
Like,
lost?
they're-
They can't
Well,
say
look,
that they lost. They say they're
but
losing
they're-
I
rights
totally
all
agree
the
with you
time.
guys. I'm
But
saying,
just
but
like-
that is the
but
that.
that's why you can't convince
That's
them
the
anything.
unwind. That's the part that
That's-
can't be
That's
unwound.
what you were talking about.
They're
The skater
delulu.
who said that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The skater who said, it's hard for me to be here knowing that,
Back home,
I've
lost all my rights as a
What
Yeah.
rights did you
as a
lose?
gay person.
You're playing for the United States in the Olympics, making money.
You remember
like,
a couple?
You didn't lose anything.
You guys
don't
remember
know.
a couple of years? I think it was the Summer Olympics. There was I guess North Korea was in it with gymnastics, and they were showing them and the girls, like on the North Korea team, would do their thing, and they weren't celebrating or anything, but they weren't allowed to talk to any of their athletes. If they did, they had to have like a chaperone to make sure it wasn't like that's not having rights.
Right. Exactly.
And
But
here,
but
you
they
know-
don't see that. They'll somehow justify that as being good.
Yeah.
Yeah, or if what they said was true, wouldn't you be the first person fighting to not have immigrants come here? Right, like you're saying they're
You're
killing
saying
you in the
bring- yeah,
streets,
right.
but bring your children.
But bring them here. You gotta
Bring your
come.
kids into the war zone that is
Terrible place,
America.
but bring them here.
Like, I mean, it's a lot of cognitive dissonance, but it's just
True.
like
That's very true.
it's crazy.
you-
I mean,
if
right?
you-
Like
if you
they're
make it-
saying they're gonna kill. They're rounding brown people up and killing them. But please, more brown people come here. I'm like, you're not putting a target. Like, you're the ones. I don't think that's what's happening. So when I think illegal immigrants come, I'm like, yeah, they're in other countries, and when they think of a good country, they think of America. People in America, when they think of a good country, they can only think of utopia. And it's like, whose fault is that? That's not America's fault for being so good. You can only compare it to a perfect
utopia, right.
to a perfect civilization.
Yep.
They'll go all day and they'll say, no, all I want, it's so simple. I just want like rights, which is a not like kind of just generic thing, and then they go, and I want every single person in the country to have all the food, water, drugs, and healthcare that they want. They should all have housing. They should all have, and it's like, well, all those things cost something.
Right.
Everything you just said isn't a free thing. But they're like, because it's been so easy in America, they're like, well, the only way to get better is to just have all this stuff. And then they get deluded to think that, well, socialism means that everybody gets everything.
Right.
Or communism, whatever version of it they have in their mind. They're like, well, why can't we just live in a world where everybody just gets the stuff they need always? And it's like, because that's not the world that anybody lives in. And the rest of the world knows that.
I mean, people do.
But
get a lot of
Americans
stuff here.
don't.
People do get a lot of stuff here.
There is a lot of
No,
social
peop-
services, but they come.
Yeah,
it's
but they
come
want it
from
all.
somewhere.
But
But
the
money has to
general
come
thing
from
is they
some
want it
somewhere.
all.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
of course, everybody wants.
Or even food,
Nobody
right?
wants to work anymore.
An interesting one to me is like food. Food should be a human right. And if you say that doesn't make sense, they'll be like, so you want people to starve? And it's like, no. But for food to be a human right, means every person should have food as a right. It should be given to them. But food doesn't just appear, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. Like there's trees, right? Like food does grow on trees. But at the end of the day, I don't know if there's enough trees in America. Like everybody gets one apple tree and that's your food for the year, or you have to force a farmer to farm
For
to
everybody.
feed 100 people, and now it can't be free anymore. Or what?
It's
Or
never-
or you're forcing, or you're like, well, we're going to enslave 1,000 farmers so that 100,000 people can live with food. And I would say that's an argument, but it's not a free one.
It's not free.
You're not making an argument for everybody being free and happy. Somebody has to put in the work so that a larger
You could trace
amount of people
anything
get
free
it.
back.
Yeah. So that's why the only things that are rights
Anything
There's
are
one-
in the mind.
There's
money
one free,
or hard work or
one
something.
free store now in the city.
It's closed down already.
Yeah.
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 Sorry, it was just a weekend.
They ran out of stuff.
No, it was
Yeah.
just a
it
weekend.
was just a weekend test.
And it wasn't even done by Madani, right? It was,
Somebody else
Poly
paid for it.
market.
it was-
Polymarket.
yeah, and it was just a social experience for something.
What was
Well, they did it because they're lobbying, because they're trying to. They want Kalshi and Polymarket are they're
Like betting apps,
prediction
basically.
betting. So you bet on like
Things that'll
something
happen in the real
random,
world.
like things that'll actually happen. They're now trying. There's a push to tax them like casinos, and they don't want to be taxed like casinos. So they're like doing some good PR and opening up free stores and stuff like that. So that
It's all game.
So that
It's all
not
game.
pushed.
Nobody's in.
Wait, the
not
free
getting
store.
anything for free.
Explain just-
The free
just
buses.
It's a free- it was like
It
a
was
free
like a
grocery
grocery
store.
store. You go and you could take
And now-
however
How
much
much
you
the
want.
grocery store?
Property
you
taxes
want.
are
They
gonna go up.
Polymarket paid for
10%
them.
a year.
So the worst part, it was in downtown, right? Where was it? Like in Soho area?
Tribeca,
First of all,
Soho or something
an
like
incredibly
that.
rich
Tribeca,
area.
yeah.
Second, anyone go there, like, which is fine. But then I think the lines were like, what, 8 to
Yeah.
10 hours long to get some? But you're going to get
You can only get
essentials like
certain
milk,
things,
bread,
yeah.
eggs.
And you're only
you
allowed
had
a
a
certain
bag,
amount of
yeah.
items.
You
You
had
had a
one
bag.
bag and whatever you can fit in the bag. That's it. But like, people were lining up. Like, I'm sorry, I like free stuff too. Once you
Bread
put
lines.
an hour to it, I'm not
That
staying.
sounds like
anymore.
a
It's
true
bread lines.
experiment in socialism.
It's
A
always
true
gonna. It's
experiment.
always gonna end there, and it's like it
Who
bugs
paid
me
for
when
the
people
space
don't
in the
understand
store?
that.
Nobody.
Huh?
Polymarket
The
paid
space
for
in the
this.
store.
Polymarket.
paid for it.
It's
It
a
was
company
It
that
was
bought
like,
it.
It was like a. It was just like a.
It's like they
a PR
paid.
Event.
They bought a
Yeah.
building for $1 million, and then groceries worth $4 million, and then gave it out for
away
free.
as a publicity thing.
Don't make
Yeah.
it free.
And it worked.
Yeah.
They got a lot of publicity.
Yeah,
agree.
but I mean, I think it comes down to education, because like even the argument about rights, and now healthcare should be a human right, food's a human right, and I'm like, human rights can only be things in the mind. You know what I mean? And like you can argue that the government provides certain freedom that's like a right by protection, but other than that, you can't guarantee somebody else's labor. That goes against what a right, like the whole basis of the other rights. So like healthcare, it's like that sounds fine, right? Like healthcare should be a human right. Yeah, everybody deserves to be taken care of. But there's only so many doctors. You're gonna make them work for free 24/7, or you're gonna create more doctors by fiat. You're gonna force people to be doctors so you have enough to treat all the sick people, and then pay them a fair wage. It's like none of it works, and it's so frustrating to me. Because like they'll make me out to be the bad guy.
So obvious in your mind.
It seems so obvious, and me stating obvious things and saying like I do understand that this would be good, but it's impossible.
Right.
Then it's like you're just evil.
Right.
You're just a bad guy, and it's like that's crazy to me. Like that's insane
what
to
all
me.
the conversations are reduced to. You're an evil person.
Yeah, all of them. Everything with illegal immigration. And it's like, look, no, I don't think that they should be rounding them up and shooting them in catapults to whatever foreign country. But we clearly have an issue with a lot of illegal immigrants. I don't think we should have any. I don't understand why they won't just leave when they're asked. Right? Like we live in a world where that's expected. They're supposed to be better than Americans, as I understand it from every left-leaning person I see.
That's right.
Every immigrant is better than an American. At least the Republican Americans.
Yep.
Right? They're like, I'd rather have all illegal immigrants in my neighborhood than one person on the right. So fine. Then when we ask them to leave, why don't they? When Trump said, look, you guys all got in, I get it. It was bad immigration. We're going to get you out. Here's $1,000. You can go to whatever country you want. They don't leave. Is that not a slap in the face? Right? But then you say, oh, you want illegal immigrants out. You hate it. You hate brown people. And it's like, no. It is an insane thought to me. But that's why you can't have it. Like, that is why I think the divide is, to a lot of people, irreconcilable. Because I can't see them rolling it back. I can't see them deciding, oh, I thought this person was evil for 10 years. Turns out they just had a different opinion than me.
It's amazing how they've gotten into the heads of people so deeply that they believe in this stuff and they can't see outside of it.
Yeah, that's why I think it's an indoctrination. I think they won in like the 60s. Like I think the communists got in.
I can't believe that people who I see that I go like this, these are educated people. It really has become about winning.
Yeah.
So I go back to that. It really.
Read it again.
Read it. Lou, text me that again.
Please don't.
But you can't. What? That wasn't good.
No, I heard it twice though.
You might hear it again when you edit it. But it really becomes about no one cares about the repercussion after winning now. They just want to win.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that came. I can't say I know firsthand, but secondhand, a lot of people that came here from other countries illegally, they went back on their own long before ICE was in the news, and because they found themselves doing the same thing they were doing in their own country.
I think over 1 million
and they lost,
people
they spent a lot of money
something like
on
that
program.
I've heard that. Yeah.
Self-deported.
But you're right. I mean, the people like that are here. You can't do this. That's another thing. You can't do this in any other country in the world.
Yeah.
There's no other country in the world you could do this.
Yeah.
Oh, England.
Try and walk into Poland.
Try it out.
No,
Well,
well,
England-
a lot of Europe.
England's not
a lot
a
of Europe
takeover
now.
now.
Poland,
Try and
no.
walk into Poland.
Poland, you won't make it in. No.
They won't let anybody.
You're not
in
getting
anymore.
in.
No.
They're great.
Poland's
Yeah.
a place. That's where I would like to go.
We should all go to Poland.
If they would take me.
They won't let you in. Where
They
you
won't
going?
let you in.
Well, I would do it. I would apply for
I
a
have
visa.
Polish. I have Polish descent in me.
My old
My
old
neighbor across
company
the
had
street
an
was
office
Polish.
there.
Oh yeah.
That would have been my in.
That's a good connection.
There you
Right?
go. Yeah.
That's it. That's all you need.
We
gonna
got
say-
connections over
I'm gonna
there,
say
too.
I know Agatha.
I don't want to leave.
You got
I like
connections
America.
in Poland?
I don't want to get forced out by people who hate it.
I'm saying there's a lot.
I love America.
I wanna stay-
I don't
and
want to leave.
I don't want to leave. I don't think it's a bad
I
place to
have
live.
no interest in going and living in
No,
another country.
anywhere.
No, there's a lot of nice countries that aren't
I don't.
America.
I
that would live
Poland,
in.
I'm sure is nice. I'm an American. I don't want to be anywhere else.
I'm saying
They're,
if we,
nice,
if
they're all
we could,
nice places to visit.
if we could take
Yeah.
over a country and make it like
No,
we
if we
could
could
take
take
over
over
a country.
if we could
That's
take-
what I'm
that's a
saying.
different story.
That's a whole other conversation.
I was saying all the Republicans go and take over the new country.
We're going to go colonize another country.
I'm saying like you
Well,
know,
I honestly think that might be the solution to avoid bloodshed, is to have like a not a secession, but
I think what we should do is
what do you call it? Schism.
no.
A schism?
It's like without the Civil War, We go, look, we're going to call the Mississippi the dividing line. If you're a Republican,
You don't need that.
Go to the right. If you're a Democrat, go to the left, or vice
states
versa.
are going to
Happened once
become
before.
all blue or all red. Over
I mean,
time.
they've already basically been that for a long
No, but
time.
they're not, though, right?
There's
Like,
seven
but
swing
New York
we're
states.
State.
mixed.
New York State
Well,
is
'cause of
not
the
like-
cities.
Because of the cities.
'Cause of cities.
But eventually, it'll just bleed all into it.
I
you know?
just say
Yeah.
all the Republicans go to Mexico, and all the people from Mexico that want to be there come here. We start our.
I actually wouldn't mind that. I love Mexico.
That's what I'm saying. Mexico's a gorgeous place.
But I don't want. I
You
don't
take
want to
away
be
the
the one. To
cartel.
leave. Why can't they do that?
You
Why
live
don't
in
I
a place
like
you
this
have to live
place?
there and
That's the
work.
thing.
Because Mexico's
I don't want to
awesome.
give
I
up
like
the place
where
that
I
I
am.
like.
No more
They
winter.
say ad nauseum that they hate the place.
No more winter.
And they get to win.
They hate the country.
No.
But it's not about. I'm
They
saying,
hate the
Johnny,
country,
I
they
like
love
being
their
from
country, but
America.
They want to stay here.
I like America.
Right?
I like being from here, and everything it entails.
But now
But
we have,
I don't want to have to give it up because
Yeah, but
to other people
Wait, but
who
hold up. Now
say
we're gonna,
they hate it.
Now we're gonna have to do the Bad Bunny thing, because Canada Canada too, but Mexico is part of America. Is America?
At that point,
No, but
once you own it,
no, technically they're America. They're just
Mexico's
the-
not.
It's North
Mexico?
They're just. I'm sorry.
No, Puerto
not-
Rico. Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
No, and all the North
America,
American. I
you're
don't know. I
saying?
said Mexico. Sorry
Oh,
about
part of
that.
North America.
Part of North
Yeah,
America.
but they're America.
Oh, right. That he said they're all American.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's just whatever.
But that
That's
was-
stupid.
I don't want to get into that.
North America. You know.
Yeah, but that's just like a dumb.
was
That's
a
another
real
dumb
joke.
stolen land
That's kinda like
thing
an argument for
for a rich guy to just say because it sounds good.
No, but apparently that's America.
No,
America
but
that we
people
live
always
in.
make, especially Latin America, always makes that argument. It's just it's like a thing.
Like,
It's
we-
the same
we
thing
called
when the
ourselves
culture
that, like,
shows
grow
and,
up
it's
about
just-
it.
Yeah, like that's just the metonym of
Right.
America.
If
It's
Bolivia-
American, but like it was just like a thing. It was kind of like people don't like it because it's like it makes it seem like America, like North America, isn't also called America.
Right.
Like, I don't know. It's a really like pedantic thing.
If Bolivia had named themselves America, they would also be called America. They just are. They just didn't name themselves that.
Yeah, it's just that's just.
And if you want to say it's presumptuous of the founding fathers, it's like okay,
It
that's
makes
the
sense,
main.
though.
That's the big thing. Like that. That's
United
the
States
thing.
of
yeah,
America.
that's what I'm
America?
saying. It's a
United
Yeah, but at the
States
time,
of
all those
America.
other things didn't exist.
Yeah,
Like there
it all
wasn't
makes
all
sense.
these like
was
established
just-
countries with governments
Yeah.
that were like, "Whoa, you guys just call yourselves America." It was like there was nothing here.
it's just a
Canada didn't exist.
That's all it is.
Like we were the United States of America at the time. There's no argument.
The way
Like,
Canada's going, they're going to cease to exist soon.
they should. They don't deserve to exist. I've never been a fan of Canada.
Messy
I don't like the
country.
people. I think the whole like and like being nice, total facade. I think it's fake. You see, some of the Canadian hockey players are the worst hockey players. Cheap shots. I'm telling you,
Were they cheating in the Olympics? Is that what I heard?
Just
there was something
In curling.
about
no,
that.
in curling.
They were
That was
cheating in
Canada.
curling.
Sport that seems
That
to
was
be
Canada?
making a
I think it was
rise. Like
Canada.
everyone's starting. to
Everybody
get
likes
into
curling. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Canada cheats.
Haley was just giving us a story about this, so it's kind of interesting.
About the Canadian cheating thing.
in curling. So apparently they were playing another team, and
That's how it goes.
Canada is
One team
known
against
for
another.
they're known for cheating. But the problem is apparently curling, from your sister, said that there's refs, but they don't really ref the game. You
Okay.
kind of do it amongst yourselves. So one of the players prior or something told one of the cameramen where they knew it was going to be there to like shoot at a different angle and make sure you record it. And apparently is it called a puck? When he
Let's call it a
releases
puck.
when he releases
call it
the
a puck? What did I call it?
oversized puck
stone?
curling
The stone.
stone. When he releases the stone, he passes the line. He then uses his finger afterwards
To
to
give it a
kind
little
of
nudge.
a little nudge in shape.
Because when you
But you
when you
can't
release
see
it
it until
off the
the-
handle,
That's it.
there's a sensor. You're
Right.
not supposed to touch it over the line.
Right.
But somehow he gave it a little.
He
extra
gives a little
push.
nudge, but
and,
he-
and I think the Canadian women did the same thing.
Yeah, but apparently they do that, and the way the camera never picks up, so they can never do it. They purposely, so now it
But
was
then
caught.
the teams have to battle it out.
Yeah.
Because I think it was the U.S. and Italy women's match when they would somebody threw the thing, they were sweeping, and the broom accidentally hit the stone. And it kind of changed its direction just slightly. But the two teams had to talk it out. And they were like,
Really?
no, they have to decide, like, do we want to move the stone back
That's
to a different
crazy.
place?
That's a wild
Or we
way to
think
do
it would
it.
have ended in a different position, and they had to work it out.
They have to hug it out.
It was
That's
pretty
kind of
interesting.
nice. That's kind of nice.
It was kind of nice.
Why don't they make a foul line? Like in bowling, right?
We said they do.
No,
do.
well, there's a
He
foul line
cheated.
for the release, but this wasn't a
this
cheat.
is
It was an
after
accident.
he went-
Oh, you're talking about the broom. I thought we were talking about
no,
that
the
one.
cheating thing is different, yeah, but there
Oh,
is
yeah.
there is a foul line. But when you release the bowl, there's a
Stone.
sensor in there, so it lights up. If you hold it past the line,
It'll know.
It goes red. But if you're not touching the handle,
You just shove the stone a
if
little
you give
bit.
the stone. But I don't know how that helps though. Like you've already released the stone. You've already.
I guess
spun
every
it.
inch, if it's the Olympics,
I
every
would
inch
say-
closer, you get like a little extra shove.
No, I would say like because your whole thing is like you set up, you slide, and then you release it, right?
But you
And
also
want it
spin,
to go,
right?
Right.
'Cause
You
you want
want
it
it
to
to go
spin.
that way, but after you let go of it, now you know. Oh, it's going that way. So you kind of go. You know,
I guess.
maybe,
I mean, at the release,
maybe.
I guess. I don't know. But they did it, and it was a fight.
Any Canadian curling fans out there? I know you're probably not a fan because Michael hates you guys. Call in and tell us about the game.
You got fans in Canada.
We do have a.
Tell us what the
If you're
tell us
if you're
what the
in
finger
Canada
touch
and you're a
does.
fan, I apologize. I
No,
just think it's a pathetic country.
the fans we have in Canada don't like
It's a
it
good
either.
apology, Mike. That was a really good apology.
I'm apologizing on an
it was-
individual level. I'm sorry
was
that
very
you. But guess
sincere.
what? They would all be like, "Yeah, America stinks." I'm in America. I
That's
can't
true.
say Canada's a pathetic country, and I have to apologize to Canadians.
I think some
They could
Canadians
all everybody in the world can say America's an evil place, and I don't. I'm not supposed to feel like angry about that.
You're a white guy. You
guess
can't
that's
say
fair.
anything bad.
Canadians are all white.
Doesn't matter. You can't do it.
What do you mean?
You're an American white guy.
Canadians, they're also a white. It's a white country.
What? What does that mean? What does a white country mean?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Please
Explain that to me.
What's white?
How does that work?
You guys.
Wait.
They're a majority white
What did
country.
AOC?
Didn't you see
What did
AOC's
AOC
thing
say?
on
White people.
white people aren't real.
White people aren't real. She said.
No.
She says. What did she say? White people isn't an identity.
I
It's
gotta
not
try
the-
and find
It's
it.
just a feeling. She's like. She basically says like, if you're from Germany
Basically
or
said
you're from France,
like all the
that's an
European
identity.
countries, that's an identity.
That's
They have a
identity.
Right,
culture.
but white isn't.
White isn't.
Basically, whiteness in America is nothing.
It's just a fantasy type thing. Imagine if she said that about black people or
Yeah.
brown people.
Well, I think the thing
Being
is
black
like
isn't an
American
identity.
You can't say that American culture is white culture. That would be wrong.
Right.
In a lot of ways, it would. But like the historic American culture is independent from European white culture.
100%.
You know.
I'd have to find it, but she's out there, man. The things she said, she's crazy. She's gonna be the next president.
Nah, I don't think so.
Her and Kamala are running together. That's the rumor.
They can hang out at the bar together.
No. That really, if they ran together, that'd actually be insane.
Never work.
That would be
They
insane.
would lose
They
immediately.
would lose so bad.
Who else would run? Who else would run
They would
for the
lose bad.
Democrats?
Well, you know what's funny to me?
Buttigieg.
And call me,
Buttigieg.
I could get flack for this kind of thing.
Do it.
Not nothing worse than I've said before on this podcast. But the one thing that I find funny about the Democratic, I've always found this
They
funny.
won't vote for women.
Not only that, the coalition of whatever that is like the core part of at least the social movement on the left, right? They call it intersectionality, and it's that you can't be pro woman and not pro black and not pro Latin American and not pro this, and you have to be it all or else not, because the only actual oppressor is white men, is the general idea. But what I find funny about that is, and knowing various members of these groups of people, is they do not all like each other. Like, if you want to say white people are racist, fine. But if you have to you have to explain to me that all black people like gay people, I would say you're wrong.
Right.
A lot of black people are both deeply religious and awfully homophobic. So when you go, yeah, we're in a coalition together, but two of your coalitions are kind of at odds, there's going to be pushback. So like if they ran a AOC and Kamala Harris, there's a lot of people in the under the Democratic umbrella, all these illegal immigrants that are certainly voting. They don't love women.
That's
Like
what Kamala Harris
they don't necessarily like people from Ecuador don't love women more than like a white American guy. They'll say it's true because for their whole worldview to exist, white men are just the ultimate evil and everybody else is good inherently. But that's just not true, and that always like the Asian hate, right? All minorities are in this umbrella of intersectionality, to the point where Stop Asian Hate, like during COVID, was this big thing, and it went away because some of the videos started coming out, and it was almost to a black person attacking them.
Yep.
And so they abandoned the thing because they were like, oh, we didn't actually care about the Asian hate. We were clearly trying to paint this picture of COVID is being taken as the Chinese virus because of Trump. And that's being adopted by like the right wing, and now they're saying, it's a Chinese thing. Oh, but Asian people get attacked sometimes. So this is a perfect opportunity for us to make it look like white men are evil and are attacking Asians because they're so dumb that they think, that this virus is China's fault, and that means the little Chinese man on the corner, it's his fault. And then the videos come out and it's like, not that. And they're like, just drop it. You know, they didn't go, yeah, we'll still stop Asian hate. They were like, well, now let's just
Who do
never
you
mention
think-
this
That was
again.
just riding the
The
coattails
first-
of Black Lives Matter.
the first
That
woman
always happens,
president.
always. If you see,
Yeah,
if
but
you
they
see any
thought it was going to be. They genuinely
No,
thought they were
no,
going
I-
to
but
get. It was
nobody-
at white
But
people.
the reason that it fell was because nobody believed in it. Because if you pay attention, like anytime there's any civil push from like where the work is put in by or for a black cause, there's always a minority group that follows that tries and kind of like ride that wave. It always ends up happening that way and getting grouped together.
So you're saying Asians tried to adopt BLM?
They
They
tried to
tried to
make
call
a
it
change.
BLM.
But like it
Tried
was
to make
on,
a
but
change
it but
from it.
but it was on like main. Like I remember it was like on CNN.
Yeah, because it seemed like because they're not gonna.
But who
say no.
was Asian hating?
The people. I don't know who's Asian hating. I have no idea.
I do. That's the issue.
But it fell flat because it didn't have the people's support. The media. Tried
I think
to
you
make, like,
should.
a
I think
thing
you
out
should
of
look
it.
into this more
Yeah,
because I remember it,
I remember it.
and it is a 1-for-1 that it stopped when the videos came
No,
out.
I remember.
They were
I
even
remember it.
trying to square
No,
the
because
circle
I
of saying
remember it.
because Republicans think that this is the China virus.
But
They're attacking
That's
Chinese
exactly-
people.
that's
Nancy
exactly what
Pelosi
that's
had to
exactly what
go.
the story was.
Nancy Pelosi had to go
I
to Chinatown
remember.
and say we're safe. It's all good here.
I remember the
They
story.
weren't
I'm
just-
saying
it wasn't
what I remember was nobody doing anything. Like a big thing, Black Lives Matter, is everybody was posting. Right? It was like that because everybody was inside. So if there was a million posts a day about it. Nobody posted about Stop Asian Hate. It was just news networks. No actual human people were behind it.
I would
And so
disagree on
was
that,
why.
but
I
but
didn't
still.
see people. I mean, I saw like 5 or 6 maybe people for Black Lives Matter. It was everyone I knew.
I don't
Every
know.
celebrity was posting it. I don't know any celebrities posting Stop Asian Hate except for Asian ones, right? I don't know any. You know what I mean? There was no support behind it.
Fair enough. But I mean, it's
Because it
still
was just
still to
there.
my
It was
general
just
point.
there to kind of steal the spotlight from black people.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
That-
It was
that-
totally
that doesn't
coordinated
sound
at the
right.
time of COVID
course it was.
being the
The
China
China
virus and
virus.
evil Republicans think that
Going
it's
out
Chinese
with Chinese
people.
and they're attacking Chinese people.
Yeah,
That's
100%.
exactly.
I'll find you some more. I will find some old
articles.
clips, but
So last question: who do you think is going to have the first woman president? Democrats or Republicans?
I wish it'd be Republicans. I wish like Tulsi Gabbard would run.
I think it's going to be Republican.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't know, but I think it's going to be Republican.
Yeah, it's gonna depend on the person.
it's gonna be Ivanka Trump.
No, I don't think she's going to run.
No. It wouldn't be. It couldn't. A Trump would get too much.
Yeah,
They're gonna have to not run again.
I think it's going to be Republican.
I don't know. It depends.
Do you have
It
a
depends.
candidate? No.
Yeah, it's gonna depend on the person.
Okay.
That's how I ended it.
Well,
We're done.
lead him out.
What do I say? Thanks for listening, everybody, and as always.
Stay angry, no amused.